Android 20 or Dr. Gero or Dr. Gero, however you want to pronounce his name. Out of the box, let's check out the parts and accessories that came with the figure. So he comes with 3 extra face sculpts, as you can see there. That's nicely painted right there. Check that out. And let's check out this. I don't know if this is a screaming face or a laughing face. It looks like a laughing face to me. But yeah, check that out. That looks pretty good. Nicely detailed on it. You know, nice paint on the earrings. Just the back. Yeah, it really looks like the anime. That's what they're trying to go for, man. And it comes with an extra face sculpt for Super Saiyan Son Goku Full Power. So in the anime, he goes up against the androids, and he actually becomes sick while battling the androids. And this is that face sculpt where look at that, he's sweating really bad right there, as you can see. And this is made for Super Saiyan Full Power Son Goku. And I hope you guys have that figure. So you don't have it, grab it if you have Android 20. And it comes with 7 extra hands, as you can see there. Check out this. I think it's very nicely detailed. Very cool. Oh, and you can see there on his hand, there's those red things that I think he uses those to absorb the power of the Saiyans. And then he comes with the broken hand piece right here. Check that out. Very nice detail on that. So that's that. And he comes with a dome for his head. So this one, you can actually see his brain. So just like in the anime, he pops his hat off, and this is what the dome of his head looks like. So let's put that back right there. And it comes with this remote that he uses to activate the androids. Check that out. Nice detail on that. And I forgot what episode is that, but he presses this. The capsules where Android 17 and 18 they open. So it's pretty much his parts and accessories. All right, so now let's get to the fun part and check out the figure. Wow, check out the detail on this. Really nicely detailed. I already took out the plastic that was on his waist, as you can see here. That's the plastic came on his waist, but I already took that out. And yeah, the figure looks great. Check that out, very nicely detailed. Really looks like it came out of the anime. I really like the orange on his sleeves right there, his puffy sleeves. And there's some shading on that too, orange shading. You know, I really like that detail. And on his face too, not a lot of shadows on it. You can't really see a lot of shadows on his forehead. They're very nicely sculpted, but no linings at all. So, and I really like the color of his vest. Check that out. Very nicely detailed. And this is like a blood red on his belt too. That's cool. And of course, yellow sleeves, very nicely colored. And check this out. Check these brown pants on. Not a lot of detail on the pants though, so you don't see any shadows or linings on it. Pretty basic. The plastic kind of looks kind of lame, you know. And this is actually made in Vietnam, so I hope it doesn't break on me. So and nice. I don't know what these are called. Ankle protectors or something for his, yeah, for his calves, or it covers ankles. And then check out the shoes. Nice detail on the shoes right there. So that's that. And the bottom, no pattern there. Check out the back. Oh, check out the hair, man. I really like the sculpt on this hair. And check out the back. That's that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Man, I wish they could have added more shading to this figure, But I guess all they can do is just add that much detail on his orange sleeves. But nice detail on the shirt too, like the lines there, as you can see. But that's pretty much it. All right, so now let's go ahead and check out the articulation of the figure. Start with the head right here. You can look left and right. And then unfortunately he can't look up. I think this hair is blocking it for him to look up, but he can look down. Check that out. And then he can move his arms, which is cool. You know, he has some butterfly joints there. So let's check that out. Yeah, so a little bit there. So this figure's arms are made differently. So there you go. And then you can rotate that around like so. And then you can rotate, I think, the biceps. Yeah, you can. This one's a little tight, but this one is okay. And then yeah, he has this some articulation on his torso. You can look. You can move this left and right and twist it around. And then check out the elbows. So boom. And there's a gap. There's some gaps there. So, but you can barely see that. That's fine. And then his legs can't really do the splits that much, but this way. So, okay, that looks nice. And then check out the knees. Boom. Oh man, look at those gaps. There's some huge gaps. I don't like that, but you know, you can just pose it like this. You cover up the gaps. So that. And then you can't really rotate these calves, but the ankles are in a ball joint, so you have a lot of articulation there, as you can see. And you have toe joints. And of course, the hair. Almost forgot about the hair. And you can move this around. And you know, when you're doing some cool poses with him, you can move it around and have it stay that way. So all right, so let's go ahead and use the other face sculpts that came with Dr. Gero. So let's see what we have here. So let's use the smirking one right here. There you go. So if you want to use this face sculpt, it's pretty easy. You can just pop this hat off. There you go. And then just pull this off. There you go. And then let's slide this in right like so. Make sure there's no gaps. Make sure and it's snug in there. And then let's go ahead and use his dome right here, his clear dome, and just go like that. There you go. So before you put this on, there's a certain shape to it, as you can see there. So you just match that, and there you go. It pops in, slides in easily. All right, so let's go ahead and replace his hands right here. And this one's for the left one. So it's pretty easy. Just pop this off like so. And then let's insert the new hand right here. And there you go. It's pretty easy, man. All right, so now if you want to use this arm with the broken hand, it's pretty easy. Just use it for the right arm. And you can just pop this off. Comes off like that. And then this one's a little tight. So you need to pull it really good and make sure you get a good grip of the arm right here. And boom, there you go. And then now you can put in the broken hand like so, I believe. Ooh, it's gonna be a little tight. There you go. Check that out. And then let's put it on Dr. Gero's arm. There it is. His broken hand. All right, so now if we want to use the remote and attach it to Dr. Gero's hand, it's pretty easy. So make sure you replaced the hand on the left. It's the only one that can hold the remote. So use this hand right here, and then you just get your remote and slide it in there. There you go. Oops. There you go. Yeah. Now he's holding the remote to activate the androids. Alright, so let's go ahead and use this extra faceplate for Super Saiyan Son Goku Full Power. And that came with Dr. Gero. So I have my SH Figuarts Super Saiyan Son Goku Full Power right here. And let's go ahead and attach this. So it's pretty easy. Just pop this hairpiece off. And then you can pop this face off like so. And then let's go ahead and attach the new face. And there you go. It's pretty good in there. And then let's Attach the hair. There it is. Boom. So it looks pretty alright. I mean, I'm not really sure if the face, the shade, the color of the matches the color of the skin tone on the figure. So there's a little bit of a difference here. Just a very light. The face looks a little bit darker, you know, but you can barely notice it, you know. But yeah, it does look a little bit darker compared to the uh, the skin tone of the body. So, hmm, I don't know what to say about that though. All right, so now let's compare Dr. Gero with some of the other figures in the SH Figures Dragon Ball Z line. First up, we have Super Saiyan Son Goku Full Power on the left, and I attached the extra faceplate that came with Dr. Gero to Goku's head right there, as you can see. And on the right, we have Super Saiyan Vegeta Awakened Super Saiyan Blood, and this is the latest Super Saiyan Vegeta that has been released, and this is technically a repaint of the original one that was released many years ago. You know, as you can see, they're updated colors, and the hair is like has the gold paint on it. But looks like Dr. Jaro scales pretty well with these two figures. All right, next up we have Trunks, the boy from the future, on the left, and on the right we have First Form Cell. So that's how he scales with these two figures. But I do believe, and everybody's saying it, that this Cell is still kind of short. That he should be way taller, you know, than the figure that we have here. But yeah, so far, he looks. Dr. Jaro looks good with these two figures. All right, so now let's move on to some of his creations, the Android. So we have Android 18 on the left, and we have Android 17 on the right. And as you can see here, he scales pretty well with these two figures, and he's pretty much the same height as them. And he kind of just looks taller because of the hat, but they're pretty much all the same height. All right, so lastly, we have Android 19 here on the left, and on the right, we have Android 16. So, some are saying that that the Dr. Dre should be taller than Android 19 or shorter. I forgot already, but I was looking through some images and some other figures. The two Dr. Dre and Android 19 are pretty much the same height. I think it just depends on the angle, on how they're displayed, or how they're shown in a manga or anime. But I'm looking at other images online, and it looks like it might be like Dr. Jer might be a little taller, but overall they're similar in height. But and on the right, I can see, as you can see, Android 16 is way taller than Android or Dr. Zero, and yeah, this Android 16 is still a little kind of short compared to his anime or manga counterpart. But Dr. Zero pretty much scales pretty well with these two figures. So here it is, man. Android 20 or Dr. Gero or Dr. Gero. But so overall, man, the figure looks great, and he looks like it came straight out of the anime, you know. And check this out, man. Yeah, it looks good. And to be honest with you guys, you know, for having this much hair on his back, it's very the figure is pretty stable. You know, it's not like he's not falling over. So first time I posed him, I put him up like this. He already stood up and didn't even topple over. So I really like the balance on this figure. So he's the even though he has that much hair on his back, he was able to stand up properly. Not unlike the G's, who's very heavy on with all that heavy hair on his back, and he's a smaller figure, but you have to pose him a certain way to have him really stand properly. And same thing with Raditz also, you know, but I think Raditz has like broader feet, so that's he's more stable also. But yeah, overall, man, I really like the look and feel of the figure. I mean, I really like the parts and accessories that came with him. You know, I'm glad that they were able to include the extra face sculpt for the full power Son Goku. You know, um, and that was I really totally forgot about that face sculpt that they included with the figure. But a couple of negative things that I can say about this is that not a lot of linings on his face or on a lot of on any of his clothing. You know, I wish they could have added more detail, you know, shadows on the pants or and certain parts of his clothing, and but there is a little bit on the orange sleeves, but aside from that, there's nothing much. There's not a lot of detail on the figure, but still the figure looks good. But another thing is the gaps on the knees or on the elbows. You can totally see them. There's like big gaps when you bend the knees. I'm not really a fan of that. But aside from that, the figure looks great, and I think he might be the last one for the androids, right? Unless they're gonna make another android for Red Ribbon Corps or Red Ribbon Army. But it's, pretty much the crew is already complete, and for the Dragon Ball Z saga, and this is definitely if you're a big fan of the androids, you gotta have Dr. Gero to your collection. And there are some of the brand new SH figures, Android 20 Dr. Gero. Check this figure out in hand. Man, figure looks good, to be honest with you guys. And here he is holding his remote that activates the androids. And I think he can use that to destroy them too. And man, check out the hair on the back right here. You can move this around. A lot of detail and so much texture on that hair, man. Looks really nice. And yeah, check out props to Tamashii Nations for really trying to make the figure look like it came straight out of the anime and manga, and they've been improving a lot on that, and when it came to some of their releases. So that's pretty awesome. And so far, I think the figure could have used more linings on his face or shadows, but you know how it is, they Tamashii Nation pretty much sometimes they're hit and miss when it comes to that, and they would usually put more detail on the exclusives that come out, so if you really want this figure right now, he's pretty much out in Japan and other parts of Asia, and you can purchase him at your favorite hobby shops that sell premium Bandai exclusives, and the best way you can probably purchase him right now is through eBay. I checked the prices is going for like $80 to $100. So plus you have to pay tax if you live here in the US. So it might cost you a lot more. Because pre-orders are all sold out. He's a Premium Bandai exclusive, and for those people who pre-ordered from Premium Bandai USA, they'll probably get your figures from. You'll probably get your figures like probably in a week or in a couple weeks or in a month. I'm not really sure if he was a same day release as the international release, but hopefully you guys get this figure, because you gotta have the creator of the androids in your collection, especially he plays a big part in the android saga. So hopefully you're able to get him before the price really goes up. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for tuning in once again. I really appreciate the support, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.